One of the benefits of seeing a high volume practice is that you get to hear a lot of stories and see a lot of different things that happen to patients. And when you do, it really reinforces your belief in what you do. In my case, it was chiropractic. I couldn't believe the things that were responding to my care. But there were some really amazing stories that stick out. And I just remember this one kid, I think his name was Daniel. He came in, he was like 22 years old. I was probably 32 at the time, 33. And he was a cabinet maker and he was a martial artist. He was a black belt. And that resonated with me because I studied some martial arts when I was in college. And he was competing and he had an injury, and it said it was really, he couldn't practice martial arts. And as a cabinet maker, he was working in it was not really a factory, but it was a workshop where they made furniture. And he said it was interfering with his ability to do his job. So he wanted to get it fixed, but he didn't have insurance. And I was sensitive to it, and this was before I was actually medically integrated, so I gave him a care plan, and I laid out the finances for him. My case manager did. And she said, afterwards, I said, how'd it go with Daniel? And she said, he listened to the whole thing and said, well, I guess I need to sell my truck. He had a pickup truck, so that I can get money to pay for this care plan. And I was like, I felt terrible. I'm like, oh my God, he's selling his truck to get the care plan. I actually felt a little guilty, I have to be honest with you. And you shouldn't, because I'll tell you the rest of the story. So he came in and he never missed an appointment. The place where he made the furniture wasn't far. He used to get his girlfriend to drive him to the office and drop him off. Sometimes I think he even showed up on a bike. But he made all of his appointments and he did really, really well. We helped him with the injury. He did tremendously well. I think he was on a care plan for probably a month or two. And he came into me one day and said, they said, Jonathan, that was his name, Jonathan. I just remember his name. I won't tell you the last name. But they said, Jonathan's here and he wants to show you something. So I walked up to the front desk and he goes, Doc, I want to show you something. Come on outside. So I walk outside and he's got a brand new Ford F-150. And I'm looking at it and I go, this is yours? He goes, I got promoted at work. I got so good from coming here at doing my job. I went past all of the other cabinet makers, so they made me the supervisor and gave me a raise, and I went out and bought a brand new truck. So don't ever feel guilty for a patient selling their truck to pay for care, because the truck is not as important as their health.